Talk about an impressive recruiting role, as West Virginia has now received their 7th verbal commitment in the past 7 days for the 2024 recruiting class. Let's go. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Jordan Cruz back here with Country Roads Webcast. And before I get into this video, just want to give you guys a quick reminder, if you would, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, give us a like on this video. It'll really help not only this video's performance, but future videos' performances here on the channel as well. And if you're a West Virginia fan or a college football fan in general, for that matter, be sure, do us another favor, hit that subscribe button. Fast, easy, and free to do. It helps us and it helps you, as it helps get more of this Mountaineer sports content out to Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, let's get into it. All right, the 7th commit in the past 7 days for West Virginia comes in the form of a 3-star defensive back in Israel Boyce, who pledged his commitment to the Mountaineers on June 15th, as you can see here detailed in this article over on WVSportsNow.com by Mike Ostie, as West Virginia continues to roll with this 2024 football recruiting class. Several additions on the defensive side, with a couple believed to help West Virginia in the secondary, Boyce being the latest to add to that list, coming to the Mountaineers from Douglas County High School in Douglasville, Georgia. So another recruit from the South coming to join West Virginia. We know Georgia, very successful high school football there. The players that come from there typically very successful at the next level. So getting Boyce, I think, is a great pickup for West Virginia in the secondary. And I think this 3-star defensive back will prove to be vital for the future of West Virginia football, as the Mountaineers have now hit double digits in this 2024 class, with this being their 10th verbal commit. Like I said, 7th in the past 7 days, on an absolute hot streak right now, and that continues with the commitment of Boyce here, as he posted on his social media here on Twitter at Israel Boyce 2024 there. If you want to follow him, Mountaineer Nation, you can see 06 the Golden Child was born, 1000% committed, tagging Neil Brown, hashtagging Mountaineers, with a great graphic, as seems to be customary among a lot of these verbal commitments. Really great commitment graphics and tweets there announcing their commitments to the program. Boyce the latest in the line to do so, and choosing to do so in quick fashion following his official visit, which just occurred back on June 6th, as you see here detailed over on WVSportsNow.com. And Boyce is a pretty highly regarded prospect here in the 2024 class, accumulating 20+ scholarship offers, including several from Power 5 teams. But overall, he's ranked as a top 100 overall recruit within the state of Georgia by all the major services there, Rivals, 247 Sports, and On3, with the best ranking coming from Rivals, which places him as high as number 31 player in the state of Georgia. So a good addition to the West Virginia secondary. And with his addition, as I stated, the West Virginia football recruiting class of 2024 is now up to 10 total verbal commitments. And let's take a look at each of those verbal commitments, where we can now add Israel Boyce's name to that list here. As we continue to try and track this over on the CRW, let's take a look at the 2024 West Virginia football verbal commitment list as it stands currently, following the addition of Israel Boyce. And if you've been following along with us here on the Country Roads Webcast YouTube channel throughout this offseason, you're probably familiar with this list, as we have a running Google document for multiple things here on the channel, one of which, of course, being keeping up with West Virginia's verbal commits, as you can see here detailed on the screen. You can go back in the past and check out videos on each one of these commits at the time of their commitment in the past here on the channel. Just look on the CRW recruiting playlist there. But additionally, we also have running Google Docs detailing the 2023 West Virginia football roster as it continues to shape up, as well as our transfer in and transfer out list, detailing both of those throughout this offseason. So plenty of content that we've been covering throughout the West Virginia football offseason. If you haven't checked that out, go back, check out all those things. Got playlists on each one of those subjects here on the channel. Just a little heads up there. But as you can see here in regards to recruiting, the 2024 verbal commitment list for WVU has now swelled to 10 names after it was only at 3 just a week ago. As I stated earlier, 7 commits in the past 7 days for West Virginia on an incredible recruiting run right now, capped off currently by the addition of Israel Boyce, the subject of this video, who I will highlight here as I run through some of these other names. In case you haven't been following along, these are the recruits that are currently verbally committed to West Virginia for 2024, those being defensive lineman Wink James from New Jersey, Keyshawn Robinson, a wide receiver from West Virginia, Jack Samarco, a tight end from Ohio, defensive lineman Obina Onwuka, a 4-star prospect from Maryland, Kyle Altuner, an impressive 3-star offensive lineman also from Maryland, Elijah Kinsler, a 3-star defensive lineman from New Jersey, KJ Flo, a defensive back from North Carolina, Brandon Raymond, another impressive 4-star prospect coming from the state of Pennsylvania, though, and then athlete Zay Jennings, a 3-star prospect from Ohio, and then, of course, the aforementioned Israel Boyce, the 3-star defensive back from Georgia, currently capping off the list of verbal commitments for West Virginia in 2024, as you see the 10 names detailed here on the Country Roads webcast. So there you have it, Mountaineer Nation. Israel Boyce, the latest addition to the 2024 West Virginia football recruiting class that continues their hot streak, as we've detailed here on the CRW in the past, and hopefully we'll get to continue to detail moving forward here in the future. But what are your thoughts on the addition of Boyce and the 2024 recruiting class as it's shaping up in general, as this impressive recruiting run continues for West Virginia right now? Love the way it's shaping up. Neil Brown and company has done a great job recruiting throughout their tenure, despite your feelings otherwise on how they've managed this program. I think overall they've done a great job recruiting, particularly in state in West Virginia and around the borderline states, as you see detailed in this year's verbal commitment list as well. But what are your thoughts on that, this overall recruiting class, and the addition of Israel Boyce? We'd love to hear your thoughts on any of those subjects. Be sure, let us know in the comments down below. We really appreciate those interactions as we continue to try and grow the Country Roads webcast community throughout Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.